Welcome to my channel. My name is Silynthia and I'm a mom trying to get her family to financial freedom. I have a part-time job. I also have an Etsy shop with CassieJBudgets and Vlogs. I'll link our shop as well as our freebies down below so you can grab them if you'd like. Today, you guys, we are going to do a few things. We are going to actually open these items that Cassie J sent to me. We also are going to work on my budget as well as do a cash stuffing. Hopefully I can make this all work out perfectly fine. So first up, let's start with this beauty here. So you can find this savings challenge linked in down below in it's from our Etsy shop, SNC Budget Creations. And so these actually are a set of savings challenge envelopes. So there's front and back. On the back is the amounts you save, but we have $100, $200, $300, $500, $1,000, and $1,500. So I wanted to actually put those in a binder, but give me a second. Let's see what else we got here. So for those of you who are interested in knowing, Cassie J does make specific items specifically from her channel, but this one is the thank you card. If you purchase an item from us right now, this is the thank you card. It's just the micro savings challenge, which is super pretty. I love all the girly vibes, which it's like pulling teeth to get her to do something girly. She likes grays and blacks and beiges, really simple colors. And then these are from CassieJBudgets and Vlogs Kofi shop. So pretty. These equal $24, so pretty. And I'll make sure to link her Ko-Fi shop down below. These are the weekly envelopes. I mentioned that I was interested in possibly going back to the A6 size, so I wanted to set something up. Also, I do want to try to get some savings done for my weekly expenses where I get ahead. So this is what it looks like because it has the clear back. Just in case you're interested in knowing, they have a clear back. But yes, that's what I wanted to make sure of, that I'm getting ahead on my weekly expenses, but also I do want to have a binder set up for my weekly expenses. I do use an A7 typically for my expenses. And you can find these down below in our Etsy shop as well. And then Cassie started making stickers, you guys. Now, as it stands, she hasn't added them to any shop yet. Oh, how pretty. And I'm not certain when she's going to add them or if she's going to add them to SNC Budget Creations or CassieJBudgets and Blogs. If she's going to open a new Etsy, she hasn't decided. But I am telling you, oh my goodness, how awesome are these stickers. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use them right away or if we're going to wait on that. So pretty. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I will link her Ko-Fi shop down below. Once the stickers are up and at them, you guys will be able to get your claws on them as well. But for now, this is what you can expect to be coming soon. And then this is from her Ko-Fi shop. And then these are from Etsy. Okay, so I think I want to use my hollow binder for my beach theme. I do still have my librarian set, which I do want to continue on working on my savings challenges at some point, but I do have a plan to get myself set up to just show you all what's in the shop, so that way you can see what you can have access to. And then I don't know which binder to use for this beauty here. To use for these beauties here. I have so many different binders to choose from. Okay, how about for now we're just going to use this white binder, and then we're just going to have it there. I don't know when I'm actually going to use this savings, excuse me, I'm not certain when I'm actually going to use this binder or when I'm going to do the other savings challenge, but I did want to go ahead and show you what she did send to me. And like I said, be on the lookout for the stickers. And let's move on to my budget. One moment, guys. All right, so I want to grab my weekly budget sheet, and we are going to write out our budget. I'm going to grab the cash breakdown. I haven't been making it to the bank in time. I've been having to go through the ATM, so I've been ending up with 20s. Let me put one moment. So sorry about that. So I've been ending up with 20s, and not a huge deal, but if you're trying to budget and you're trying to get exact denominations, it does come in handy. So I was pulling out my setup here. I'm flustered. I don't know what the heck is going on with me today. Actually, I know what's going on, but we're not going to talk about it. It's nothing major, but I know what's happening. Okay, so first of all, we need to know that this is for paycheck September 19th, and this is my part-time, and that paycheck, we budgeted 400, and it actually was like 402 or something like that, but we're going to pull $400. And what we need to make sure we have is money for our rent and money for our phone. Excuse me, we want to get our expenses together. So we have gas. Okay, sorry about that. Household, pets, and laundry are my expenses. And so let's just do a quick rundown. $400. How are we going to break this down? This is important to know, Silynthia. So I know I wanted to do $20 to my phone this week, because next week I need the full amount so I can pay it off. So I can pay the bill for the month, not pay it off. All right, let's see here. So we're going to put 20 to gas, 10 to household, 10 to pets, and 5 to laundry. That's typically how it's been going. I still have quarters. Let me see how much I actually have, because if I need to move laundry to rent, then I will. It depends on what I'm able to do in terms of change. Once I do get money from the bank, I'll try to make it in time. If not, I really like to just move forward instead of trying to, you know, make a big deal about it. Let's see here. This is 2045. Sorry, I got distracted, lost my train of thought, and we're going to figure this out. So that's 65. So we're going to put $335 to rent. Is that right? 35, 40, 335. All right, so for my bills, that gives us a total of $355. And for our expenses, a total of $45, which gives us a grand total of 400 buckaroos. That's what we're working with. Okay, so we just need to figure out our denominations. So be right back. We just need to figure out our denominations, and I'm not even sure this is necessary, but just in case, let's see. So for rent is $335. So what would be nice? Let's do 300s, 120, 110, and 15. And then for phone, which is $20, we're just going to go ahead and snag 120. And then gas as well, 120. Household, $10. Let's just swing for the, oh no, yeah, 110. And pets, 10, one $10 bill as well. And then laundry, $5 bill, one of those. Okay. So hopefully this is going to work out. So we're not pulling any ones. And then in fives, we need 2 5s. In tens, we need 3. And in 20s, we need 3. And in hundreds, we need 3. So that's what I'm figuring at this point. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, it's not been going well with this whole trying to get exact denominations, but I'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We end up with 20s. And if that's the case, I'll just let you know now. We'll take the $5 and move it to rent, and then we'll have 20s, household and pets. I'll just put that $20 bill together. And then when I go shopping for the things that I need, I'll know I have $10 for household and $10 for pets. All right, guys. We'll be back with the cash stuffing once I go to the bank. See you soon. Okay, welcome back to it, you guys. I went to the bank. I also got some pretty good news from the time that I filmed my budget with me to now. So let's get that squared away before we move forward. When we started the month off, remember we did a budget and you and I were in a complete panic about being behind already, just starting off the month in the hole. We got some awesome news. I told you one of the ways that I may receive some money for the month. We're gonna write it here. Baby daddy, he gave me $125. So we are going to put that money to rent. So what will that total be? Let's see. 460 is what we'll actually be putting instead of the 335. So let's see, 125. So we're going to mark this one here. These are the actual amounts. I'm just going to highlight so I know what changes I made. All right, so we should be cash stuffing $525 total. Stop it, kitty. My kitty wants to play. All right, so our expenses are going to stay the same, but we're going to put a little bit more money into our rent envelope, which is very important because we know we started off in the negative. All right. I'm going to set this off to the side here. And I pulled out my K-Bucks savings challenge because I did come in contact with the K-Buck. Very excited about it. But let's count up our cash. What do we have? 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 500, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. So we're cash stuffing 526 because we have a K-Buck. Now, for those of you who have been following along, because I started my month off in the negative, according to my budget, based on what my income and versus my expenses are, I decided to pause my savings. But because it's just a K-Buck and that's, you know, what I came up. Sorry, my kitty's having a moment. Just because it was just one K-Buck, I decided let's go for it. So let's go ahead and put $1 to K-Bucks. Very excited to be saving anything. I'm kind of sad that I'm not saving something right now, but I made my choice to take time off from work, and I'm living with that decision. And hopefully the next go round, I'll be able to, you know, make better choices. All right, so we're just going to put this $1 with our K-Buck, and that way we're aware that's what's going on here. I am going to get an envelope for it and set it up and all that, but not at this moment. All right, let's do our expenses. $20 to gas, which got to get some gas. I need gas right now. Household, $10. Need a couple things there. And my kitty getting $10. He needs some food, kitty litter, the whole nine. So we're going to get him rocking and rolling. And then we're going to put $5 to laundry, and my laundry wallet is over there. So I'll just grab this 5 in a little bit to put it into my laundry wallet. So my weekly expenses taken care of. I am thinking about changing out these because they're so bright and kind of going more towards the, you know, the neutral falls and things like that. So I got to get that together, but we're not going to worry about it right this second. All right, and then I have 2 bills that I'm trying to get squared away for my month. And so you see the spring kind of action we got going there, the bright colors. Let me see, what did I say we were putting to rent today? We said, okay, $460. All right, so we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60. Okay, 460 to rent. Now in total, rent has 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89. 900? Okay. I thought it was going to be less than that. Let me see. What did I stuff last week? 1 second, guys. So 460. Oh, yeah. We stuffed 440 last week. Okay. That's definitely $900. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay. So we have another week to get some money together. And the next month is a magic month. So my rent does need to be paid by the 5th, which means that I will be able to pull money from that check. Next up, we have our phone bill, which is getting $20. So these last few bucks here should be 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. And it is perfect. I'm going to try to switch these 5s out at some point, but not right now. I really would like to condense this. This envelope was already torn before we got going, but I want to make sure I don't rip it all the way apart. So we've gotten our bills, our weekly expenses, and our letterbook, K-Buck, actually started today. So glad to see it. And then we've also updated our budget for this week. You guys, I'm so glad that he came through with something. I know he just started a job, and he said, you know, this is what this is what I have. And I'm just like, something's better than nothing, especially in my circumstances. Usually I wouldn't even bother making a big fuss about it, but I'm in a situation where it's like, listen, sir, but you know, there's only so much people can do when they're going through their situation as well. So I understand it. But also, we had a serious conversation about, you know, it's not fair for me to have to always step up and figure it out and pull all of the weight to care for our children. So, I mean, obviously that conversation didn't really need to be had with him. Well, not obviously, but that conversation didn't really need to be had with him, but it definitely made me feel better to say it, because I think sometimes when people are going through their own stuff, they don't take into account the other things that are going on around them. And like in his situation, I am providing for our kids, so there's, you know, he knows they're going to be taken care of. But honestly, like I told him, something's better than nothing, whatever that looks like. And hopefully in the near future we'll see some consistency with him stepping in, especially financially, because he's been spending a ton of time with them and making sure, you know, he's present for them. But, you know, also they still need, you know, a roof over their head. So I'm grateful for him stepping in where he can. But I'm also proud of me for continuing to push through and figure it out. So I know sometimes when we're dealing with our finances, we just want to be like, forget it. But we can't say forget it, right? Especially when you're a single mom. You can't say forget it. There's people relying on you to get it together, have it together, keep it together, or figure it out to get it that way. And so that's all I can do at this point. I'm proud of me, and I'm glad that I'm continuing forward. So that's it for now, guys. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of the things that can keep us connected. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.